Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do. For you, I got something nice for you today. We still here. Ooh, boy, this is a bad girl here. I'm about to do some good one today. I got a good lesson for you. Short, but very informative. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? If not, I know it's rhetorical. And if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not but believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about the cry of Aset. Okay, that's the title, but I had a few other ideas. I was going to call it The Cry of Aset was heard by the god Ra, or The Cry of Aset to stop the world. You'll get the lesson, you get the concept. When I get finished the lesson, you'll understand. Can you stop the world? Let's talk about it. The Cry of Aset, right there. In the Assyrian resurrection story, it was told. This is a short lesson, but I'm going to lengthen it with the story. Hopefully I break it down a little bit better for you to understand. It's a good story, good lesson. All right, let's go. So it was told that Aset cried out when Haru died. Yeah, her son died. Haru, us. Okay, conceptually. And the story goes, again, because I'm breaking it down for you, that when she saw her son dead, the dead body, she cried out so loud. She was in so much pain and agony that God heard her. That's the story. That's the concept. So get the deal now and keep playing. Stay along with me. I'm going to think at the end. This whole thing going to play out in the end. So stay tuned. Let's go. I'm trying to take you through this lesson where you can understand this is actually you. All right. And this is the love of a mother. Watch this. And when she found out her room was dead, and that this cry was heard because it was so loud by who? Ra, God, and that all creation stopped. That's a loud cry, but she was that powerful and that important that she got his attention. That's the moral of the story. And what was the nature of this cry? There you go. Come on now. When a spiritual aspirant, right there, cries out to the divine. That's going in prayer. Now we call it prayer. Okay? When you're in need of something happened and you in need of something, that's called prayer. This was the original concept. What's this? She cried out. That's what they said. She prayed. How about that? Make it a little simple for you. Hopefully you understand it a little better. Now watch this. When all spiritual aspirants cries out to the divine God with what? With all his or her heart. True pain. My pastor says it, and all we've been telling me for the last 40 years. God knows your heart. I had no idea back in the day, and I would, say, hey. Because, oh, I'm fully aware of what he's talking about now. How about that? I don't know how he knew it that way, but I know now the way he said it. I understand it more before I did. So He got some knowledge of self too. All right. What's this? Now, in your heart, your mind, and your body, the entire world as it comes to an end, you invest everything. You give him your all. That's what they're saying. And he's not going to hear you if you ain't that person. We're moving on. But now the awareness of the world, what? Fades. Why? When there is complete attention on what? God alone. And this stopping of the world concept, in effect, allows a person to what? Discover the true teachings, which leads to resurrection. Masonic races, don't we do that? I've done it for years. And even more, immortality, which Tahuti, which is the mind. What's this? Tahuti brings where? Directly from Ra. Tahuti is God's mind. So, thus, the task of all right thinkers, spiritual aspirants, is to develop such a devotion to and understanding of who? God, the divine, as well as living a righteous life by what? Virtuously living in order, aka Mayat, to gain what? The power to call upon the divine. I just told you, they say prayer without works is dead, right? What's the works to earn your prayers? Good deeds, righteous and virtuous living. Same thing. Trust me. Oh, I got this figured out. I like this lesson. Watch this. Because I'm going to show you. If you're not devoted to God, if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, his ears are shut to you. Watch this. At any time, in order to experience what? The bliss of immortality and the power to succeed in life. Only those who live, do, and be right will understand this. I got Christians who I call blissed out. Why? Because they reached that level. I got Pastor Buddy who reached that level. Not through my right thing philosophy. They've been God a long time ago. I'm late when it comes to that party. But guess what? I'm in the party. Okay, yeah. I'm there now. One time I wasn't even at the dance. Didn't even concern myself with that. But when you righteously live, I told my just this morning before I did the show, we just talked about that. I'm the sage, he's the saint. I got mine from Egypt, he got his from the Bible. But he's living it, manifesting, so I got nothing but respect. We just said, okay, I'll take that. So we understand what we do, different but the same. I love that. And watch this. This is what makes it right here. Only those who have attained what? Purity of heart, aka knowledge of self, can call upon God. If you ain't living right, don't call him. Why? You ain't listening. If you ain't meditating daily, you ain't doing things you need to do, commune with him, he don't hear you. Okay? Serve him and he'll respond. The divine God, in this manner, when you get to that point, that level, that's blissed out. I don't have a doubt in my mind that what I need and asking God for that I'm not going to get. Simple as that. Okay? And this is what caused what? This is because only those who have eradicated what? You ready? The Satanian, egoistic, negative traits such as anger, hatred, greed, hypocrisy, jealousy, self-indulgence, self-importance, selflessness, and pleasures seeking for self, etc. See, we're going at everything is self, but if it's negative, it don't do nothing. This is the concept. If Isis or Aset wasn't not doing these things, God wouldn't hear her cry. She can cry loud as she wants. Don't mean nothing. But because she had done these things, watch this. She represents intuitive knowledge. She knows Ra's real name. That's the secret. And watch this. From the heart can know what? The divine in its true essence. Knowing thyself. They tell you, I know my heart. Same thing. This cry, there you go, is not a loud wailing. And at the time when Aset died, that's what she did. Okay? She freaked out. Her and left that. No, you ain't doing this. Another lesson. But yeah, their man was gone. Okay? Physically. Alright? But it's not the wailing cry, a sound of pain. No. Why? It is not a verbalization. It's not there. Why? or not even a mental thought. That means it ain't up here. It ain't here. Watch this. It is a much deeper process, which can only be accomplished by what? Those who are pure heart. Live and practice my yacht, right there with philosophy, manifest your knowledge of self by implementing the lessons and the teachings, and this is how you can call on God and get an answer. Watch this. If you're pure of heart, you speak my canoe, like I do. This special cry is something what? That occurs at a much deeper level, again, than the mind or the senses. I mean, it ain't physical, it ain't verbal, it's internal. It is intuitional communion. What's this? With who? The divine God. The following diagram may be used to understand intuition and its relation to the mind and the divine. What they say, let me show you right here. These are the levels. Okay. You see at the top it says the divine. The first one under that is what? Intuition. That's who Aset represents. Okay? That's what they show you. You got intuition and then intellect. And then it goes down to mind, sense, and emotions. All those is quality from the body. Okay? The physical senses, those, you got to get them up. Why? Because intuition takes care of all of that. And understand the physical body and the physical senses. The brain reacts to smell, sight, hearing, touching, and tasting. That's how it gets its information. From the physical part, the mental part is learning, meditating, implementing righteous actions, and you see if you do this, cause and effect, perfect. If you do good work, you get good results. If you do bad, deceitful, sneaky, underhanded work, you will get karma. Same thing. It don't change. No exceptions, as my man John Henry Clark would tell you. So don't think you're any different. No, no. Our philosophy is practice and use. It don't pick and choose who practice it and who use it. Okay, so God don't pick and choose you. Oh, you chose one by God. I ain't going there. Leave that alone. Back up out there. Get out of there. Don't want to upset nobody. So moving on. All right, wrap this lesson up. I see the clock. I got just enough time left to do this last part. Most people, what? Live at this level of what? Their physical body. The ego. Again. And that's okay. But that ain't going to get you nowhere. Your mind and your senses. Again, the only way they work is what? Through the five senses of the body. They do not progress beyond this level to discover what? Their intellectual capacity. It's time to start thinking now. Put the thinking cap on. Some of us rather not. And that's to their demise. It's your choice though. Again, not a good one, but still your choice. Many of those who do discover what? Their intellectual. Now, these are your boulets. Okay, I've got the lesson for them. These are the boulets right here. Those who do discover what? The intellectual capacity. Go to college, get the degree, get a PhD, get a title and all that good stuff. Walk around thinking they're better than everybody else because they went to school and got some knowledge to help them make some money. That's about it. But what kind of person are you? A-holes, most of y'all. And they get caught up in what? In their egoism causes them to now believe that what? They have achieved the heights of evolution. I'm Dr. So-and-so. I got my PhD. All ego. Again, if you a title slinger, I got time for that. They believe what? That intellectualism, education, okay, scholarly knowledge, which don't supersede self-knowledge, is what? The end of all mental pursuits. So I got mine. And that all there is to be known, what? Can be grasped by what? The intellectual capacity. Okay? This, of course, is the erroneous concept. That's the most egotistical nonsense you can ever. That approach never works, but everybody try it. And they find out what? After they do it, it don't work. Hello? There is no possibility what? For their mind to encompass what? The divine. They think it's all about having the knowledge they got to the degree. So God ain't on their focal point. They know everything but God. That's because they're ego driven. Remember, ego edged God out. It's all about the intellect, all about my title, all about this. Again, wrong. To know, watch this, they clearly, okay, the person encompasses divine. Now, to know creation in its true essence never happened for them. Why? For that, why? It is necessary to go what? Beyond your thought process or your thinking mind, the intellect. And what now? You have to expand your consciousness in order to what? Encompass all. You don't know jack except what you want. You know that them books. So you don't know all. You just know psychology or philosophy, whatever it is you learn. That's all you know. The real deal, self-knowledge, you know self. And you become one with all. Watch this. And what's the date? Now, for that, it is necessary to go beyond the thinking mind and to what? Expand the consciousness in order to encompass all, to become what? One with the all. Sorry. And therefore, only God can know all. And he do. That's what we call him, the all conscious, everything. When you realize you are one with him, now what? You know all, but the main thing all is for you is you. That's the all. All I need to know is all about myself. I can care less about philosophy, geometry, that nonsense. I need to know me. So that's the concept they taught. And since God encompasses what? All, but those who attain oneness with God can also, again, know all. That's a just gated concept. And this is the goal of right thinkers who practice wisdom yoga. If you want knowledge of self, you need to know yourself, and then you will know all. The highest knowledge is what? That God is the universe, and at the same time, the very essence of the heart. Conscious, CONSCIENCE. It's been proven when you put religion with science, you get a philosophy that works. Now, with this knowledge, an advanced right thinker, aka spiritual aspirant, can now what? Effectively, okay, can now effortlessly turn to what? The divine within them, him or her self, when? You ready? Any moment. And the divine will what? Will drop everything to what? Listen to such an exalted personality. My pastor, I don't have a doubt in my mind that when he goes into prayer and he prays for me, God hears his prayer. Just as much as he had mine. But he do his prayer for everybody. He go into prayer and he bring all that to God. That's what he do. I don't do none of that. My prayers, I'm eternal prayer, but I'm a prayer warrior. I'm with my man. That's the deal. But you have to get your communion with God, and when you call him here, he'll stop the world for you too. That's the concept. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. If you cry out, he should hear your cry. If you ain't living right, he won't. That's the idea. That's the concept in the lesson. Again, in closing, right thinkers, may y'all live to be 100. Me, 100 mindset day. So I never know that right thinker like you have passed away. Remember, do what you need to do so that when you call, you'll listen.